you have made us all of us proud by your distinguished work in numerous capacities.
We also feel privileged in having among us the Dean, Mr. J. Parthasarathy, who has over a decade of teaching experience. He has attended many conferences and also took part in workshops on knowledge management for business sustainability and transformation at TCS. He has published many papers and on research papers on demand replica management of application servers with service level agreement for quality of service improvement. He is accepted for National Journal of Applied Engineering Research and also for an Australian Journal of Basic and Applied Sciences. We are also very proud in letting you all know that he is a life member of the Indian Society for Technical Education. It's a pleasure having you here, sir.
And finally, I would like to welcome our pillar of support, Mr. Emmanuel Arokya James Assistant HOD of IT Department, and Dr. R. Punita, Dean of IT Department, our teaching staff, and my beloved friends, to the one-day national level workshop on mobile application development in Android.
A prayer, in its simplest definition, is a wish turned heavenward. Nothing begins successful without the devotee of God.
Now, I kindly request you all to rise up for a few minutes for the prayer song.
Adé.
May I now request our Dean, Mr. J. Parthasarathy, to honor our chief guest with a bouquet of flowers.
Now, thank you, sir. Now I request Mr. Emmanuel Arokya James to honor our team with a small token of gratitude. May I now request our dignitaries to release the memento.
I request our Dean, Mr. J. Parthasarathy, to honor our chief guest with a token of memento. How far that little candle throws the beam. So shines a good deed in this world. The village deeds like person weeds bloom well in the prisoner. Now, I call upon Mr. J. Parthasarathy, Dean of Veltech Multitech Dept, Nagarajan Dr. Shakuntala Engineering College, to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you. On behalf of the management, let me extend a warm welcome to participants who are here, the chief guest and the resource person of today's function, Mr. Shiv Prasad and his colleague, who has come over here to give the workshop on mobile app development, particularly in Android. And my warm welcome to the student community as well. And I'm really happy to associate myself in this august gathering of educating the students towards the next generation of information technology. And particularly the mobile app developments towards this iOS and Android is gaining a very fast momentum. And nowadays most of the apps that are being developed for any applications for that matter are being done only by the students, not by many of the industries or IT segments. So in this respect, I'll be happy if you all take this as a very positive note and undertake this workshop very seriously. And I hope this is very simple and user-friendly as far as this Android mobile app development is concerned. And as far as the tools that are required to develop such Android OS, is everyone is having it. There is no need to go for separate tools. So everyone has got mobile, everyone has got system, everyone has got access to the system's internet, everything. So only thing is you should have a good attitude to learn this OS, and you can do some small applications which will be user friendly and which will be beneficial to the public. So in that respect, try to learn this concept and give your best and come out with the best applications of mobile app. So I wish that every one of you has to put in your effort to take this workshop fruitfully. And I would also like to thank the organizers, Emmanuel, faculty members of IT department, Dr. Punita, and the coordinator Manjula, who has taken effort to arrange this event. And let me finally thank every one of you for having given me this opportunity. And I would also like to welcome once again the resource person of today's function, Shiv Prasad and his colleague. Thank you all.
Knowledge and understanding. We look forward to get an exposure about what the best of the brains think about this very dynamic issues of mobile application development in Android. Now, with great enthusiasm, let us begin the session.
Veltech Group. And today the workshop will be for Android, as you know already. And we'll go to practical session. I'll start the hands-on. This 10 minutes or 5 minutes is going to be for the Android introduction. What is Android? What is the scope of Android? How app development is classified? Okay. So let me start with this question. Wherever I go, I start with this question. Every year, Flipkart and Amazon, they conduct online a festival, right? Where you can buy any gadgets or any electronic items for very cheap and cost. They call it as big billion or something like that. So my question is that, see, let's say I want to buy iPhone 6. Approximately the cost would be, what is the cost of an iPhone 6? Approximately 60,000, right? So if I buy the iPhone which is costing 60,000 on that particular day through www.flipkart.com or www.amazon.in, the price is the same 60,000. But when I try to buy the same through a Flipkart app or the Amazon app, they are giving me an offer or a cashback of 2,000 to 3,000. My question is, I'm going to buy, they are going to deliver. Right? There is no change in that. Why that particular offer is mentioned or it is given only for the mobile app? Any answers? Since you all came by interest, I'm asking this question. Have anybody thought of this? They are going to buy. Whichever is going to be www.flipkart.com or Flipkart app, I'm going to pay through my card or cash on delivery, and they are going to deliver. The same scenario in both the cases. But they are giving offer only for when you buy it through application. What could be the reason? Okay, let me tell you. Let me start with that answer. See, I can buy the same iPhone. The basic idea is not many people think that they want that app to be downloaded in your phone. There are chances, many people will download and they will install it uninstall that app due to memory. Memory is a vulnerability. Many phones, right? So they will uninstall it. But the main motto of their offer is that, let's say I buy the same iPhone to www.flipkart.com. There are chances I may not need to give my personal details except my name. Right? But whenever I install that Flipkart app or Amazon app, I importantly or without my knowledge and sharing all my details. Right? My email ID. Whenever you try to install a Flipkart or Amazon app in your phone, you without your knowledge you are sharing all your personal data, like your email ID, your phone number, and everything. Right? And that is the basic idea. So the next day when it comes, they can send you a bulk email or a bulk SMS. You understand the concept, right? So that is how the app development is going. And the next thing I will share is that if you take 10 years back, a lawyer, everybody needs a laptop, a lawyer, a doctor, or a businessman, or a common student, or a scientist, or an engineer. They need the laptop. Let's say you take a doctor, they need a laptop for paying bills, watching some videos, sending email, and to have some data, maybe prescribed data, right? And do you think is there any other reason a doctor needs a laptop? No, obviously not. He's not going to code anything. He's not going to use Turbo C or C++. But the same thing can be done in nowadays using a mobile app, right? He can watch video, music, he can send email, he can have data, and he can do all sorts of things what he is able to do with the laptop, which is costing around 40,000, right? And he can do the same thing in a 7,000 or 7,000 rupees laptop. Tablet phone or a mobile phone. So after 10 years, it's a recent anticipated thing through techniques and machines. There are plenty of tech blogs. They anticipate that in the future there will be computers, different desktops. You can find it in banks, schools, in colleges, like us in our lab, and you can find only tablets and smartphones. There will be no laptops. Understand? So the future will be a doctor or a lawyer will not be needing a laptop which is costing around 40,000. If he is finding very difficult to watch a movie in a small 5-inch phone, he can buy a tablet along with a smartphone also. It costs around 10,000 or to a maximum of 15,000 because it's a good quality. So he can watch movies in a tablet and he can do all other stuff like sending email, having data, paying through an app through his mobile phone. Right? And that is how the app development is going on. And if you take app development, there are plenty of companies, all the startups are the people who are making good money. Their business is only app. If you take food panda, someone is cooking, someone is making the food, and someone is buying the food. And in between, this app plays a role and they are getting money from the user and from the owner. Got it, right? And you take Oyo Rooms, everybody install that app, Oyo Rooms. Yes, somebody is running a hotel, somebody is going and staying. And in between that, the app is there and he is making money. So the app development will be in future, it will be like everybody will be using apps. And the interesting thing about Android app development or iOS app development is that you can start your own business. Even 4 members who think that Android and you have a good idea, you can start your own business, or you can go for a company, work for a year, get to know all the things, and after a year you can become an entrepreneur. And that is the specialty about Android technology. And along with Android, now it's joining IoT and IoT, Internet of Things and cloud computing. If you take Oyo Rooms, the data is stored in Amazon server where you need to have knowledge of cloud computing also. So I would recommend you to have knowledge in Android app development and Amazon Web Services or any cloud technology, not specific Amazon. And the next thing I would say about it is that I'll just finish it with the next 5 minutes so that we'll go to hands-on. And the next thing is that if you take Android app development, which is broadly classified into 2 types. The first one is hybrid app technology, and the second one is native app technology. So the basic or the prominently used smartphone operating systems are Android, iOS, BlackBerry, and Windows. So let's say you want to make an app for our college. Let's say www.multitech or something. It's a website available for our college. Right? Similarly, you want want to make an app for our college. I mean, there are chances some people may use iPhone, there are chances some staff may use an Android phone, still some Windows development will be there. So you have to make the app in all four technology. And to make an app in Android, you should know Java, and for iOS, you should know Objective-C or Swift, or for Windows, you should know C# and .NET, and for BlackBerry, you should know Java, along with their own framework. But the advantage of BlackBerry is that just before 2 months they have announced that they are not going to use their own operating system, they are going to use Android in their devices. Previously, BlackBerry used to have their own operating system, their own proprietary operating system. So, in future you will not have a problem with BlackBerry. But still again, if you want to make an app for the same app for iOS and the same app for Android phone, you need to know 2 different languages. Right? And here comes the difficulty. And the way of making these kinds of apps are called as native apps. Using their native own language, language to make a particular app, that is called as native app development. And the next one is hybrid app development, where we use HTML, CSS, JavaScript, along with that any one framework like PhoneGap or Titan. To make one single app, it will work with all the 4 platforms. One single app, it will work with iOS, iPhone, it will work with Android phone, it will work with Windows phone, and it will work with BlackBerry as well. And it will also work with Titan, which is the operating system for Samsung, their own proprietary operating system. It will work in all the operating systems. And you can ask me a question, then why I need to go for native app development? Instead, I can learn hybrid app technology where I make one single app, it will work in all 4 platforms. Right? And the answer for this question would be, see, if there is an easy way of doing things, people won't go for difficult way of doing it. Right? I can make one app, it is going to work in all 4 platforms. People will always prefer that kind of technology. Practically speaking, if I hire 4 developers, let's say I want to make an app for Veltech Multitech, I need to pay for the Android developer, I need to pay for iOS developer, I need to pay for the same. It goes like Windows and BlackBerry developers. Instead, I can hire one hybrid app developer, I can pay 50,000 or 60,000 whatever, and I make one single app that will work on all 4 platforms. Then why I don't go for that way of making an app is that it has got huge disadvantages, and that is the reason people still go for native app development. And personally, I would recommend you to get hold of any one technology. I don't say that you should only learn Android. You can, if you wish, you can go for iOS or Windows or BlackBerry or Android. Android used by most of the people, and we have got some good advantages over iOS. I cannot say that advantage which you don't know. If you are not aware of iOS, but I would like to explain you what is the advantage you got in comparing with iPhone. The best example I would say is that Truecaller. Truecaller, if you install the app in Android phone, whenever somebody calls you, show the name, right? But if you use the same application in iPhone, you cannot see the name. It will tell you whether it is spam call or a normal call. Right? So, like this kind of disadvantages is got with iOS. So I would prefer, it's not like I being an Android developer, I tell you to have some knowledge in iOS also. But to be very honest and frank, I would tell you to stick with Android. We have got plenty of opportunities, and I think more for they will go to practical sessions, right? Everybody got this? Okay, don't பண்ணாதீங்க expand பண்ணுங்க screen சில பேர் இப்படி தான் வச்சிருக்கீங்க. இதெல்லாம் சொல்லுங்க. What is this? Maximization to the full size. Girls, எல்லாருக்கும் வந்துருச்சா அந்த கார்னர்? Yes, this side. இல்லனா ஷேர் பண்ணிக்கோங்க சிஸ்டம்ல. Okay? Next போலாமா? Yes? Okay, listen here guys. Listen. So, இப்போ இங்க நிறைய folders இருக்கு. What is this first tab? Listen. What is this first tab? My project folder. Okay. So, can you see here a folder called SRC? It's a folder SRC folder. So the abbreviation for SRC is source. Okay. And if you expand that folder, can you see one more folder, a package folder called something that is called as the package folder. And after that, can you see a folder called generated folder, Android dependencies. And can you see here one folder called RES? Yes. Which means resource. Okay, right? Listen guys, when I started, what I said, for every application you have got two things to do. The first one is designing and the second one is writing the logic. So first what you will do is that we'll design the screen. Okay? So expand this RES folder. Expand the RES folder. Excuse me, you're saying expand this RES folder. Okay, can you see a folder is called raw folder and the array folder? What you can relate when you hear this term layout? Layout will get up designing. Okay, so the designing is done inside the folder called layout. Expand that. Can you see a file called activity_main.xml? Click up your file. Open that file. Just click that file. Yeah? Everybody say yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Girls, or I'm running a little fast. Come on, yes or no, girls? Why should run? Girls is the last. Till this step, everybody got it? Yes? So, how many tabs you have? Graphical layout for tab and tab. And what is the next tab? Activity_main.example. Good. That's it. So, first, let's say I want to have a button. What I can do? I know it will be a little boring for the third years, but still no, I'll go. So, just drag and drop a button. Let's say I want to have a button. Drag and drop that button. எனக்கு ஒரு பட்டன் வேணும் அப்படினா ஸ்கிரீன்ல ஒரு பட்டனை drag and drop பண்ணி வெச்சிடலாம். Okay, right? Everybody? And இப்போ இல்ல I like coding. எனக்கு கோட் எழுதலாம் பிடிக்கும் அப்படினா you can do that as well. Go to activity_main.xml. Can you see here a piece of code? This is for creating the button. Okay? So you have got two options. Guys, listen. Okay, what's the time now? 10:30. Okay, when your college gets over? Will I come tomorrow? Day after tomorrow? No. Okay, maybe next year. Or if you are if the college is conducting any other Android related program. So please cooperate with me. It will be interesting, sure. And you can also make some app. Now, in evening, you app so that you can install it in your phone. Right? And strength is very kammi da. If it is like 100 or 120, I know it will be a little difficult. Very clumsy. And I will go very slowly. Please go along with me. And if I say yes or no, see, I will not point out any individual. Okay, Yario, I will not point out. But what I need is a chorus answer, yes or no. Boys are telling, to be very honest. Only I am not getting it from girls. Let's see next time. So, can you see here? This piece of code is for creating the button. Let's say I delete this button. Okay, what will happen? I delete this button, I go to the graphical layout. I will not find the button. And let's say I write this piece of code. Paste it again. So it is equivalent to writing the code. Okay? And if I go here, I can see this button is created. Yeah? And these piece of lines or codes are called as attributes. Okay? So, what is the text you can see inside the button? The button text button, and it is called as content. What is present inside the button? It is called as content. Okay, what do you mean by wrapping the gift? Covering it. Okay. So here can you see the layout width of button? The width of button is wrap content. Okay. And let's say I delete that wrap content. I put match parent. And IDE, okay, the abbreviation is, as I told you, Integrated Development Environment. It gives you a sophisticated environment. What do you mean by sophistication? What do you mean by sophistication? Comfort comfortable. Okay, so you don't need to type it fully. Please use control and space together. So I type NA and I press control and space together. It will automatically fill it. I do it again. See, I deleted, I type, listen to the projector or board or whatever you call it. How do you call it? Projector, okay, listen to the projector. I put M, please listen, I put M and I press control and space together. It will automatically fill or it will show you a suggestion, you can choose match parent. Right? And I go to the graphical layout. See this white color rectangle, can you see? A white color rectangle. Yeah. So this white color rectangle is called as the parent. Okay. And width, what is this? X direction. Width. So when I put match parent, the width of the button expands to the size of the parent, which is that rectangle. So when I put match parent, the size of the button will also expand to the size of the parent, and that is the reason when I put match parent, it gets expanded to the match parent. The same applies for the height also. But right now I don't need this match parent. Okay, I put wrap content. So here can you see wrap content. The height is also wrap content. What happened? Didn't get it. This step. See, Mr. Satish is my colleague. You know, he also knows the Android. Okay, so you can ask the doubts. Right? Okay. So the width is wrap content. So what will be the width? It will be the size of the content, which is the content of the button is the text button, and the height is also wrap content. And what is the last line? Android text. Let's say I want to have some other text inside the button. Okay. So I change the text as click me. Okay. We go here, I can see the text inside the button has been changed to click me. Okay. Listen. Click me on the star. Okay. And is there anybody who don't know Tamil? I don't understand. Is there anybody not Indians? Okay, fine. Alright, listen. So everybody got this? Click me. Yep. And what is the first line? What is the first line? ID. Okay, what is the ID here? Button 1. Okay. So that's it. We are done with designing. Okay. So what we have on the screen? What we have on the screen? Button. So what will happen if I click the button? What will happen? Nothing will happen. I have not written the logic. Got it right? I have just designed the screen, but I have not written what should happen when I click the button. So what I said, so whenever you want to make an app, the first step is you need to design the screen. And where you have to design the screen, you have got plenty of folders there, and the designing is done inside the folder called RES, which means resource, and inside the resource you have got one more folder which is called as layout, and inside the layout you have got a file called activity underscore main.xml, and in that you have two tabs. One is graphical layout and the next one is text tab. Where the graphical layout you can drag and drop the button, or in the text tab you can write a piece of code so that a particular view will be created. In other words, the button will be created. Okay, so write it down. Please write it down. If you want to write it down, or if you are capable of keeping the points in your mind, I don't mind. Okay, first designing. Okay, first step designing. Designing, I mean, listen guys, listen. Guys, listen. So, I mean, write it in such a way that you can able to understand. Okay, I am not going to check your note. I don't have time for that. But write it in such a way that you can able to understand, or you can able to refer it later. Okay. So first step is designing, and designing is done inside the folder called RES. Maybe you can put an arrow mark designing icon, which is done inside the folder called RES. And inside the RES you have got one more folder which is called as layout, and inside the folder you have got a file called activity underscore main.xml, and in that file we will do the designing. Okay. Again I am telling, you want it, write it down, or if you don't want it, no problem. But if you're writing, please write it in such a way that you can able to refer it later sometime. Right? Done? Okay? And here, guys, listen. How many tabs here I have? 1 and 2. What is the first tab? Activity underscore main dot XML. What is the second tab? Main activity dot Java. And please, how many of you are second years? Please raise your hands. Maximum. Okay, please put down your hands. Third years? Only 3? 4? Please. Only 4? I think it's a lab assistant, right? Okay, fine. Then I have to go a little slow. Sorry? First year also there. You are first year. You are? Third year. But studying for first year. Good. Lucky to get a senior like that. Who's first year here? First year. Fine, fine. Good. I really appreciate guys. It takes some interest to come here. Alright. Listen. We are running out of time. What's your lunch? What's your lunch time? 11:30. If I make you to wait till 11:40, will you? No. Right? So please make sure that you don't waste my time. So designing is done inside the folder called layout and inside the folder activity9.xml. Now coming back, here we have got 2 icons. What is this icon for? What is this icon for? Floppy disk icon. You know what is this floppy disk? You know that, right? Okay, fine. Then this one for saving, then say this in all the tabs. Okay? So that is Control Shift S. Now use this icon and save everything. Please do along with me. Save all. Control Shift and S together or press this icon. This icon now it should get disabled. Okay? Yes or no? Guys, listen guys. Say yes or no? Yes. Or the next time I'll ask some technical questions. What is polymorphism inheritance? I'm asking this yes or no, right? So yes or no? Yes sir. Okay, good. Now I need to design the. See, I'm done with the designing. Now I need to write the. Now I need to do the write the logic. Okay, what should happen when I click this button? Yeah. So can you see here source folder? If you expand that folder, you can find one more folder called forms and example that first app. And inside that folder, can you find a file called mainactivity.java? Yes or no? If you are not able to find, it means you have got some problem with your vision. It should be. Everybody yes or no? Yes. Good. Open that file. Open that file. Okay, guys, we'll make a deal. Okay. I'll ask yes or no. Please tell me, wherever I go, I get with this problem. I need just yes or no, that's it. Okay? So everybody open this file? Yes. Good. And can you see a plus symbol here? Expand that. And how many lines you have got here? 3 lines. 3 lines. Good. So, now we open this activity main.xml. What you can see in this file? A button. Okay, so this button is called, it comes under the general category of view. Okay, so what are the things you see in the screen? It is called as a view. Okay, let's take the Facebook login page. What you can see in the Facebook login page? 2 text box and then 1 button. But all together, these 3 things are combined together called as view. Okay, who said it? View, good. So these 3 things together called as a view. Okay. So open this main activity. I write the steps. I make the font size little big. You don't need to do this. Please don't go. Yes? Okay. So, make note guys, step in writing logic. Step 1. Declare the view used in layout file. Okay, you can write it in your note, you can write it in your whatever, or if you don't want to write it, no problem, but keep it in mind. Okay, done? Yes or no? Okay, so what is the view I've used in example layout file? What is the view I've used? Button, good. Type, see, do along with me. Type B, U, T, and then type BUT. BUT, and then type control and space together. Control, space together. In a very auto, you will get auto suggestions like this. Auto completion like this. How many of you have got this? Please raise your hand. Yes. That comment is for your understanding. You don't need to write the comment. Somebody is writing the comment. Isn't it? Comment now. Okay. See, that is for your understanding. Oh my God. Listen. Really crazy guys. I mean, written it for your better understanding. Okay. So, how many of you have got this button? Everybody good? That last girl, what you are doing? Doing along with me? Yeah, fine. So, control and space together and use that button. Okay? And give a name for that button. What name you can give? A, B, C, whatever. So, I give B. Okay? Alright? So, initially how many lines were there in the input statements? 3. Okay? And can you see here? Fourth package has been included, which is a library. Since I don't want to confuse with the term library. You can imagine it as confused with the package. It is called as library. As for now is concerned, you can imagine it as a library. Okay, right? Okay, let me tell you one more thing. Why button B? It's up to you. A, B, C, whatever. Okay. Listen, guys. Okay. Now you should know the cons of what will happen when you type it fully. Okay. What I said, type BUT and press Control and space together. Choose from that option. Let's say I'm not doing it. Initially, how many libraries were there? 3. Okay. Now let me do the same thing. I type it BUTTON, and then I give a space, and then I give B. Can you see error showing what it shows? Button cannot be resolved to a type. So what does it mean? I need to import the library. So what I need to type here? I need to type the 4th line. Okay. It is a little difficult. So instead what you can do, listen to the projector. Okay. Instead what you can do, don't go for this way. And that is why it is called as IDE. It gives you a ease of doing things. So type BUT or just B. Okay. Press Control space. It will show all the elements starting with B. I take U, it will shortlist. Again T, it will shortlist. So the name which is starting with BUT is button. I choose it. Can you see the 4th library has been automatically included? B. Right? Now there is no error because this view is present inside the library Android.widget.button. Clear? Yes? Okay, this is step 1. And this button is called as what it is called? View. Okay, why it is called as view? We are seeing it in the phone. Okay, what are the things you see in the phone or you in the phone? It is called as a view. Okay, and step 2 here. Just for your understanding, please, you don't need to type it. Okay. Step 2. but please make a note of it. Refer the view used in layout file. Okay. Refer the view used in layout file. Yeah? Shall I proceed? Yes? So, okay. Shall I proceed? Let's do. What is B? Put B. What is B? B is a button. Open simple brackets and type inside it button. Always use control and space together. Okay? And you can choose from that. You type D, then use control space, it will show everything. You type Q, P, P, O, N. Yeah? So I am telling B is a button. Okay? And what do you mean by find? The word you want to go? Okay. So, what is what do you understand by the word find? Search. Okay. So there is a method called find. Type F-I-N. Okay. And if you think I'm running a little fast, please do let me know. Okay. Because I want this workshop to be useful to you. And if you're not able to follow with me, please do let me know. I don't mind. I'll slow down my pace. So, done? Yes? So, and then now type control and space together. Can you see a method called find view by ID? Yes? So choose that. Okay, how many words it has? Find view by ID. So, it means search the view with ID. Yeah? So, where the view is actually present? Where the view is actually present? In which file? In which file it is present? Main. Activity underscore main.xml. Here that is present. And this file is present inside what folder? Layout folder. And this folder is present inside RES folder. So if I want to access this file, I need to access this folder, RES. Okay? And it can be accessed using R. So it is, do along with me, r.id. Button 1. Can you see that? R dot capital R. It is capital R. It is capital R. Listen, it is capital R. When you are seeing and doing, you are doing this much mistakes. What do you do in the labs? How many labs are over for you? Second years, right? How many of you hate programming? Please be honest yourself. What's the total strength? Second years? 59. Sorry? You're asking both IT and no, only IT. 60. And how many of you are present here? How many are present here? Sorry? 20. Remaining are attending the class. Okay. And were you all forced to attend this class? No. By your own interest. Then how can you say that you hate programming? See, if I ask this question in a general, in the total class, there are chances a few may hate programming. But you all came here with an interest, right? So I thought no one will raise their hand. But not an issue, no problem. Fine. So R dot, it's capital R dot ID dot choose button 1. Everybody got it? Capital R dot ID dot button 1. Then put a semicolon. Everybody got it? Yes or no? Yes or no? Girls in the class, this side. Boys, doing? Done? Okay. Earlier, no. r.id.button வரல. So நிறைய பேர் என்ன பண்ணிருக்க மாட்டீங்க அப்படின்னா few people would have not done this. When I said click this icon, save, you would have not done that. Now click this button. If you are not getting button, it should get disabled after saving. Okay? So when you click it, it will get disabled. So now type r.id. Now you can able to see that button. Yes, everybody? Okay? Done? Yes, sir. What are you doing? Okay, step 3. Okay, listen guys. Step 3. Okay, step 3 is writing the. Sorry, choose some memory. Okay guys, listen. We have got exact half an hour. 11:30 or 11:45? 11:30. Okay. Fine. Writing listeners. Okay. What do you mean by the word listen? What do you can understand from the word listen? Now, I myself have said that word again and again. Listen. What do you mean by the word listen? Sorry? Watch. Okay, pay attention. Right? So if you take a calling bell, what is the function of a calling bell? If somebody clicks the calling bell or if somebody presses the button in calling bell, it will alert the user with a sound. Yeah? Similarly, when I click this button, what should happen? So I have to write a function, and that function will take care the action to be performed when the button is clicked. Okay, what do you mean by function? What do you mean by what function? Sorry? Process. It will do some process. Okay, good. It will do some process. Okay, let me give you a simple definition. F of x equal to x square. So whatever value you supply to x, it will take it and it will process it, it will square it and it will return it. That is what we have studied in our school days. A function f of x equal to x square, it will take whatever value you supply, it will take it, it will do a process and it will return. Similarly, I need to write a function here, which means a listener. So what should happen when I click a button? So do along with me. It's a little complicated. So don't miss it. Do along with me. So writing listener. D. What is D? What is B? Button. Button. Put a dot. Type SETON. D dot type SETON. Yeah, everybody got it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Girls? Yes or no? Boys? You said? Okay. And can you see here set on click listener? The first one, set on click listener. Yeah? Just choose that. Yeah? And now can you see in the bracket inside L? Yes? So now type new inside the bracket. And please do along with me. If you miss this, it is really tough to catch with me again. Yeah? Done? And then give a space. Yes or no? Were you all able to follow with me, or I'm running a little fast? Normal speed, right? Okay. So set on click listener, new, and then give a space. Okay? And now press Control and space together. Control and space together. Were you all able to see this U dot on click listener? Yeah? Everybody? Girls and boys? Everybody? Choose that. Put an enter. Okay? Everybody got this? So how many errors you have got now? 3 errors. So first put a semicolon here. Okay? After that, simple bracket, put a semicolon. Okay? Yeah? And now count how many statements are there. How many statements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Right? So what this error shows? It shows the method on click listener is not applicable for the argument something. Okay, cannot be. See, if it comes like cannot be resolved to a type, which means the possible errors or the library may be missing. Okay, so how to include the library? The shortcut is, you can do it here. Most of the time it will not work. So is it showing import on click listener? Yeah. Or the shortcut is press Control Shift and O. O for Oscar. Control Shift and O together. Done? Yes or no? Everybody got this window? Everybody girls? You finish. Everybody done? Yes? See, I'm also feeling hungry. Please do cooperate. I don't want to expand, extend this class till 11:40 or 11:50. 20 minutes. Alright. So, we are done with the designing and we are done with writing the logic. So now what we need to do, we need to install this app. Where you will install this app? In phone. Okay? So how many of you have phones right now? Android phone. You're not supposed to say. Yes? Yes or no? I also studied in the same college. Alright. So, in that case, what you can do is that you can create a virtual device. What do you mean by the word virtual? Imaginary. Not so. Then they would have used that word imaginary. What do you mean by virtual? Where you have heard this word virtual? Virtual or virtual? Not physical. Okay? It is not imaginary. Which will not be physical. If you take the on-screen keyboard. You can do all things what you can do with the keyboard. Of course, the latest types of keyboard have play, pause button and all. Right? But the basic functionalities what you can able to do with the real keyboard, you can do all those things with the on-screen keyboard. So that on-screen keyboard is called as a virtual device. It is not physical, but you can do all things. Right? What you can do with the keyboard. So now, since you are not supposed to say you don't have phone, what we can do is that we can create a virtual device. Okay. So now go to Window. So you can make a note if you want how to create a virtual device. Go to Window. Window. Android Virtual Device Manager. Put an icon. Put an icon. Window. Android Virtual Device Manager. Click that. Guys, listen. Sorry. How many of you have not got that option virtual device in your systems? Please raise your hands. Girls, everybody, what is this? Go to Window, Android virtual device. Everybody, girls have this setup? How can it be possible when only for boys it is not available? Anyway, fine, so then I'll create. Good, you also want that. Okay, done right? So now listen, both boys and girls. This is for girls, not for boys. Done. So go to Android Virtual Device Manager. So now create big new. And now I'm going to create a virtual device, virtual phone, virtual Android phone. So let me give the AVD name as Nexus 1. Or you can give whatever. Okay. Personally, I like Nexus 1. That is so Nexus 1. Okay. And device, can you see this is the screen size. Choose 3.2 because you'll get it very quickly. Okay. So choose 3.2 HPGA slider. Okay. Everybody got it? And now click OK. Only 2 steps, guys. Only 2 steps. You don't need to do anything. Here choose Nexus 1. Here choose 3.2. If there is an option, choose Android 4.0.3. Okay. And then click the button OK. Alright? Everybody? And guys, one more thing. The phone device name should not contain any space. See, it should start with a capital letter or smaller letter, that doesn't matter. But no space is not allowed. See, if you give a space, it will come like this error. Contains invalid characters, allowed characters are A to Z, small, capital A to Z, 0 to 9, underscore. Right? Everybody done? So now can you see the device here listed? Yeah? Choose the device and then click start. Okay? Choose the device and then click start and here click launch. Choose the device, what you have created, choose that. On the left hand side you can see launch, start. Sorry, on the right hand side, start. Can you see start? Click that and then launch. Girls at that side, done? Boys, this side? Yes? So, it will take some time. Okay? Let me tell you the concept. If your system is i3 processor or i5 with 4 GB of RAM or 2 GB of 4 GB RAM, it will take 1 minute. Now imagine how much time it will take for your system. I don't know the configuration. I think these are the latest ones, right? Then 8 GB RAM, right? 2 GB RAM. 2 GB. So it will take 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, in the meanwhile, we will summarize. Okay? So to create any app, what you have to do, first you have to design the screen. And then what you have to do, write the logic. So let's say if you want to have a button in your screen, what you should do, you should first drag and drop the button. Or if you want to write the code, you can write the code as well. And then if you want to change the text, you can change the text in the code. Yeah, Android or colon text you can write, you can change the text. And then and then coming back to the logic, where we have to write the logic, in which folder? SRC folder. If you expand that folder, there will be one more folder, component example, a package folder. And if you expand it, you can find a file called main activity.this. And in that file, you have to write the logic. So what is the first step? What is the first step? Declare the view used in layout file. So what is the view I've used? A button and give it a name B. And what you should not do, you should not type it fully. What you have to do? Control and space together. I also told you what will happen if you don't use control and space together, right? And then what's the next step? Refer the view used in layout file. So how to do that? What is the name of the view I've used? B. Within bracket button. And where it is present, find view by ID, which means search the view with ID. Where that button is present, inside the R folder. With what ID? Button 1. So r.id.button 1. And then what we need to do? We need to write the listener, right? So inside the listener, whatever you write, that action will be performed when you click the button. So b.set on click listener. Why I use that listener particularly? Why I use that listener? Because I am going to click the button. Okay. Okay, everybody got this screen? Control F11 for rotating the screen. So guys, it is Control F11. Okay? So now right click that project, blank screen. Down on this. You can see here power button. Down on and click home button. Okay. Everybody got the emulator? Yes or no? Yes, sir. Okay, now how to run this? Right click the folder and can you see here run button, run as or F11. Choose this, press F11. Choose Android application, what program you want to run, Android application. Choose the folder F11 and then choose this Android application. Click OK. Once more. Choose it. Okay. Everybody got this? Yes? See, I tell you how to run this. Listen. If you listen to me, you can run. Everybody got the emulator? Yes, sir. Everybody got the emulator? It's called an emulator. Choose this project. Whatever you want to run. Choose that folder. Okay? Now press F11. Now press F11 and it will run. Is it running? Yeah? Now open your emulator and see. Everybody got it? Yes? Okay, okay. Everybody got this? How many of you have got this? Should come. Everybody got it? Click OK. Whatever it is asking, error, import. device manager window. Okay. Okay guys, listen. Last 5 minutes, listen. Okay, what's the time now? What's the time now? 11? 20 or 25? 25. Okay, 5 more minutes. Okay. So, now if I click this button, what will happen? Nothing. Why? Not any action. Okay, so here, on click. What do you mean by the word on click? Click on. On click. When you click. Okay? When you click, what should happen? Just you have to write it here. So here, guys listen. Here you have to write the code what should run or what should happen when you run this app. So what I'll do is that I'll try to show a small message. Okay, for that you use a class called toast in Android. So the name why it has been given toast is that in toaster you insert the bread and after 2 minutes you click the button, what will happen? The bread will pop out and come. Similarly, the message here also comes in such a way. That is the reason it has been given the name toast. Right? So what I'll do is that I'll give the name T-O. Type T-O and control and space together. Can you see toast there? Yes? So is that. Okay? Okay? And then put dot. Can you see here make text? After you put a dot, can you see here make text? And from here, choose this make text. I mean context, character sequence, means duration. Okay? Choose that. Everybody got this? Yes or no? 4 minutes more, yes or no? Girls? Everybody? Got this? Okay. Now, what do you mean by the word context in English? What do you mean by context in general English? Guys, listen, boys and girls. What do you mean by context? Sorry? Context na enna kekren. It's an English word, right? That you are sure. Yes, what do you mean by context? Not here. Sorry? Too bad. The context is, no, I didn't say it in that context. What does it mean? I didn't mean it. Okay? Which means I didn't refer to that point. So context is reference. Okay? So which class you are actually present. So what is the class name here? Main activity. So here you have to tell the class name where you are actually present, the reference. Here the class name is main activity. So type that. M-A-I, just use control and space together. Choose that, put a dot and then this. So it is main activity dot this. Okay? Everybody done? Yes? And now the text. Let's say good morning. Within quotes. Good morning. Okay? Everybody? And then the duration. Duration is 2000. Okay. Yeah? And then the last one is put a dot SH2 choose that method, show. Done? So run that program again. Okay guys, listen guys, listen here. So what you can see here, how many parameters? What's the first parameter? The context, which is which class you are actually present. Main activity dot this. What is the second parameter? Text. Good morning. What is the third parameter? Duration. What is the last parameter? Method to show the text. And that is why now if I run this code on click. What do you mean by this method? What do you mean by this on click? Whenever I click, what will happen? This piece of code will get executed. What this piece of code will do, it will show a message, good morning. And why it has been given the name toast, as like the bread comes out of a toaster, it pops out. Right? And now if I run this code again and if I see the output, I click this, it is good morning. Everybody got this output? Yes or no? So try doing it. Yeah? Close the template.